Ministry in a Minute is a devotional presentation of the Crossroads School of Ministry. Whatever platform you're on, like, share, subscribe, help us get the word out about the Crossroads School of Ministry. And if you are a ministry leader or church leader or someone called to vocational ministry and you need training, Crossroads School of Ministry can help. Check us out online at crossroadsom.org, the Crossroads School of Ministry. Hey everybody, welcome to Crossroads School of Ministry, Ministry in a Minute. Listen, it's Friday. We've got one more snippet out of chapter 2 of the book of Ruth. Next week we'll be in chapter 3. I love this book. I love this book. I love this book. Okay? But what I want to mention today is in verse 14. Okay? After Ruth was picking the grain and Boaz helped her, and then she was humble and Boaz blessed her. In verse 14, and she says, may I continue to find favor. In verse 14, he invites her to dinner. He says, you know what, come eat with us. To us, this seems like just a normal social thing. If we're eating, hey, come sit at the lunch table with me. You know, in middle school, you see, in movies, I always see middle schoolers at the lunch table. If they're by themselves, it's a big deal. And if you invite them over, you know, we get that hospitality. I don't think we understand how big of a deal it was. First of all, she was a Moabite, okay? She had no business eating with them, much less even being in their country. She had no business getting a blessing from them. But what we see in this chapter 2, is that Boaz is living out who God is in this culture. And in the Old Testament, we have a table in the temple where God is expected to come and fellowship with us. We have tables all through Scripture where kings invite people to their table. David says in Mephibosheth, you'll always eat at my table, 2 Samuel chapter 9. And in the New Testament, we have a table. We have the communion table where Jesus dines. I've eagerly desired to have this meal with you. He dines with his disciples, even Judas. Okay? And so we have this picture in the Scriptures of hospitality being the way that we live with each other and show who God is. He's the God who came to earth. He's the God who ministers in person. He's the God who loves people. And folks, if we have anything here, we have a picture of how we should love our neighbors. Okay? We need to make sure that we're present. It's nice to send flowers. It's nice to send food. It's nice to give money. It's much nicer to shake a hand and spend a minute sitting on someone's porch, or spend some time discussing things, or just have a cup of coffee and be with someone. There's something special about our presence. Boaz invites her to the table, and the symbolism there is not lost on her. She's beginning to understand that he's the right kind of person, and it's happening through these interactions that are personal. Okay? He doesn't just give her water and then send her on her way. He continues to interact with her, so much so that he invites her into a very personal, very hospitable place. And we see the beginning of what God is using here. So, what a picture of how we do ministry. Great discussion for a Friday as we go into the weekend. Maybe find some time to spend with people. Next week, chapter 3 of the book of Ruth. I can't wait. See you Monday.